Good morning everybody, or evening, whatever time you're watching this. We are doing a Mongoose alarm system on this Mercedes Vito. The three-prong star, is that what you called it, Zach? Three-pointed star. We're going to walk through the process on how to put this in. Obviously this here does not have central locking, so we also need to go out and buy some central locking motors, is that correct? Potentially. See how this alarm system goes. So first things first, I've got to put in a switch for the bonnet, which is this little thing here, mounted somewhere here, which will press against the bonnet, so when the bonnet does open up, the alarm goes off. So I'm going to mount that, and I'm also going to mount the actual alarm itself, which is this here. So I'm going to find where to mount this thing, and it looks like it's only got 3 wires, power, a ground and a trigger, and I'm going to mount that right there, and then up through here is where we are going to run the cable. Let's do a little bit of YouTube magic for you guys. Oosh! It's in there. All right, time to put in the little switch trigger for the bonnet. We'll get it done. I have found the perfect spot to put this switch. So here, there's a marking here from this bonnet support when it's closed. And there's a bolt here, which I've already drilled out, because that will be perfect for that. And this here has its own securing method, which means that I don't have to worry about it fitting. All right, in amongst doing this alarm system, Zach has found
friends,
a little ant farm.
It's like I'm in Cinderella, mate, making friends with the animals.
What are we doing?
Well, this is the sole reason why we use a test light with an incandescent or standard globe, because either you clamp it onto earth and you stick it into some power and it lights up, or I do it this way, clamp it onto a metal pick, and I push that in somewhere I got power. In this case it's the back of this fuse box. Then I touch it to earth and it lights up, which means power flows both ways through the globe. So if I'm testing for things that need earth power applied to them and they give off earth, which in this case is the door pin switches in this car, I can probe and actually test for earth by seeing if this lights up, because the other end of it is hooked up to power out of the fuse box. So whether you are trying to, stab someone, or just find yourself something that has earth on it. So we got 2 pin switches here in the front that are linked together, so we can use those for our alarm. I've got one that's here that's independent, but I have the wire here in the corner. I found the one for the same sliding door over there in that corner. So the only thing that's missing now is I need to find the wire for the one on the back door, which means I'm going to go now and pull that out and see what colour the wire is. All these other ones have been brown with a coloured trace. So fronts were brown with white, the rears were brown with blue, navy blue. So we'll pull the rear one out and see if we can see where it goes. I'm suspecting it comes down one of these pillars. So if we can find the colour at the front, hopefully we can find the wire and we don't have to run one back.
What colour do you reckon the wire is going to be?
It's going to be brown. I don't know what trace colour though.
I'm going to say yellow.
Could be yellow. Yellow's a good guess. Let's have a look. Not going to work. Not all hope is lost, friends. If you haven't seen one of those before, it's called a Weeboss. It's a right angle drill bit fitting. You put your drill on that end, put whatever you want in there, and she spins almost 90 degrees. You've got all the toys. Since I bought this one 10 plus years ago, you actually can buy, this one's made by the Germans, Worth. You can actually buy different ones now as well. Ones like this are available. You can actually get ones that have got a long flexible end on them, so if you can't get that width in somewhere, you can hold the drill over there, and good times. Ready for the big reveal?
Yeah.
It's blue!
So it's the same.
It's another blue! Yeah, it's the same, but these ones, at least the front two didn't test like they're connected, so I'm guessing this goes through somewhere. It is a bit lighter blue maybe colour, so hopefully that helps us find it. It's going that way, so we'd expect to find it in this corner. Let's have a look. Not there. There is wiring here that goes somewhere. The plot thickens. We'll have a look on the other side, see if it comes through. Maybe it comes through on the bottom. The plot.
But if it's blue and the rear's blue...
Yeah, but they're not linked because I already tested that. That's what we were testing just before.
Pushing it. Hold it down. Haven't updated the people. So, obviously we spoke about installing this. That's now installed. If you can see through there, the wiring is done. That's all in. We've got another cable around through. There's a grommet in the back corner. And it comes down through here. And Zach's going to wire it up, aren't you?
Yep. Sure am.
Sick.
Sure am, Dick Sweller.
And what are you doing here? He's playing around with fuse boxes and...
Yeah, just wired in all of the immobilizer points. Just wiring in the light flash wiring here. So the indicators flash when you arm or disarm the system. That's it, mate.
Look at his soldering technique with a flame.
Yeah, you need a pretty fine flame for this because your insulation burns pretty easy. You can see the coloured flame coming off the side edges there. You don't need a lot. Because some of these wires are a bit thicker and our little soldering irons here sort of struggle with the things that are a little bit thicker. So the flame just gets the job done a bit easier.
Need your Aussie irons back, mate.
100%.
Zach and I talk about this. I'll go home and I'll send him a few links. He'd be like, yep, that's the one. You also need the special tip that you buy online. And then nothing happens. We've been doing it for about, what, 6 months now?
Yeah. I don't need to even do that. I just need to get mine fixed. Already got one. It's got the special tip in it. It's ready to go. The
thing is, these Aussie irons, they're like, the way that Zach has explained it is they're like El Primo, and they're not made anymore, so they're quite hard to find.
Yeah, the company went broke. Because they are also expensive little buggers, but they used to make them in Sydney, so, you know, quality product. But yeah, you can't buy them new really anymore unless you find someone that's got new old stock, so yeah. I know someone that actually went and bought 4 of them when they went out of business so that they held the market on them. So they had spares. That's how good they are. It's good times. Bonnet works. What about the doors? Push the bonnet back down.
That means we did something right.
So far, yeah, lights are flashing. Bonnet works. This door works.
Does it do it on the rear doors?
About to find out. Shut that door again. That's it, mate. That's it. Then we just got the central locking to do. Got a motor to put in there, which looks like this. Looks like that. So if you haven't seen one of these before, Harrison, have you ever seen one of these before?
I have.
You have, all right. So we have still some faith. These motors actuate one way with power and earth and the opposite way with power and earth, so it's called reverse polarity motor. Usually you get a rod like that attached, and that if this was a traditional old sort of car, it maybe has a lock here that pops up and down, pretty standard. You'd attach this rod to that so that it physically just moves that rod up and down for you. This one's a little bit different because of the way this is actually set up already. So there's a little piece inside with a hole on the end, and I'm going to bend this up inside to sit inside of that hole, and when it pushes the piece up and down, you'll get your lock and unlock. And then it goes back together, and we'll tidy up all this wiring, plug it all back together, and we'll send it out the door. First go. It never happens. Spot on, brother. Spot on. Mongoose alarm all done. We got locked. We got unlocked. We got doors which are armed with the alarm. Back door, bonnet, they all work the same way, and we've got a mobiliser in there as well, so done. Send it.